Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thank you for coming by the Bellisario Sonic YouTube channel, coming to you from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama, where we're talking about music, records, doing record reviews, interviews, and more. Trying to help keep great music alive, especially jazz, one review at a time and one share at a time by you guys out there. So please share these videos with your friends. Let them know about these wonderful albums that you probably won't see reviewed on any other channels. This album today I'm getting ready to review for you guys on vinyl is by a beautiful saxophone player and composer, Olga Amelchenko. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. But she's been playing music, singing in the choir since the age of 5. She's well studied. She now lives in Paris, and I believe that this album is her third or fourth album. So her debut album came out in 2018 called Shaping Motion. She did a Live at the Loft album in 2020, and then she did an album called Slaying the Dream in 2023, and now 2025 on the Edition Records label we have Howling Silence. This is an amazing album. There's so much great jazz coming out now that it's hard for me to keep track of everything that's going on. As you guys know, I've recently reviewed several albums, a couple off the Cellar Music label, which are fantastic. Rencio's new album, Rencio Collective, fantastic. I reviewed for you guys. Daybreak, Ty Chris off the JoJo label, which hopefully I'll be having a conversation with him very soon. But today we've got this wonderful album here. I've been listening to this. I listened to this the other day on my walk. I do walk 3 or 4 times a week. I walk about an hour and a half, and I listen on my earbuds to jazz records. And this was one of the ones I was listening to the other day, and I also listened to it in my car. And I'm quite familiar now with the songs on this album. You've got 8 tracks on here. Wonderful musicians, of course. Olga is playing the alto sax. Matthew Stevens, wonderful guitar player, whom I'm not familiar with any of the musicians on this album, so it's always refreshing to me to hear new musicians and also new compositions. So again, you've got Olga playing the alto sax, and she's also composed these tunes. You have Matthew Stevens, a wonderful guitar player on here. Enzo Carniel on piano, wonderful piano player here. Bass player here, Etienne Renard, fantastic, and a really cool drummer here. I'm really digging the drums on this album, Jesus Vega. All the music on here was composed and produced by Olga. It says it was recorded by Arthur Gorey and mixed by the great Dave Darlington, who we've been hearing his name on a lot of these albums, mixed and mastered by Dave. So wonderful. It has great ears because he does a great job on all these jazz albums. This is the inner sleeve, which you could leave it in this inner sleeve if you wanted. It's colorful, and it's got kind of a semi-matte finish on the inside, so this would be safe for you to keep your record in. I'm just kind of one of those people that likes to put it in the sleeve here, so I put it in a separate sleeve. But this comes, the Edition Records. I know that this bothers some of you guys out there that they're on colored vinyl. Most of these are pretty good. I've not heard this yet. I've not played this yet. But most of their pressings are pretty good. Having all things equal, I'd much rather just have vinyl on black, as you guys know. But as long as it sounds good, I'm fine with whatever color you want to put it on. Again, providing it sounds good. So hopefully this is a good pressing. We're going to drop this on the Fluence RT85. I've got the cams going today, so you're going to get the turntable view on this camera here, so I'll be able to spin the record to show you guys the record spinning, which is kind of cool. And I'm still working on the sound. Let me know how today's video sounds to you guys. Leave your comments. They're always welcome. So here we have the record going on the Fluence RT85 with the Ortophon Blue. Let me make sure I'm on side A here. Other side is side A. Okay. And so we have there the label. We're going to listen to this through the Vincent Faux 701 phono stage. 33 RPM. So let's drop this on and have a listen. Wonderful compositions. This first one's called Howling Silence. Probably listen to a couple of tracks off of each side. I really like this tune here. Really interested to see how this is going to sound on the system here. It's like a flat pressing. Sounds fantastic so far. Drums sound nice and resonant. Saxophone sounds really nice. She says she was influenced by Joe Henderson, John Coltrane, Walter Smith III, Mark Turner. I really like this guitar player on here, Matthew Stevens. Sax sounds beautiful. Wonderful piano player on here too. Enzo Carniel. First 4 tracks there. Makes up side A. Drums have nice resonance to them. It's a nice mix. Piano sounds really nice and warm. It's great compositions. So that one's Howling Silence. We're going to go ahead and play the second tune as well, which is called Irreversible, which I really like. Again, a great listen all the way through. High repeated listenability on this album. It's a great listen all the way through. And again, wonderful compositions. I really get excited nowadays when I hear new compositions and cool stuff. So, going back there to the record cam, blue vinyl. So far, it sounds pretty good. I've heard a little bit of noise. You know, sometimes you got to clean these records off a couple times. It's a flat record though. The tunes on this, you know, range from about, 5 minutes, just shy of 5 minutes, all the way up to almost 8 minutes. I think the shortest tune on the album is 3.5 minutes, but there's a lot of room for development on these compositions, and the different soloists all get a chance to play. And I like that each composition kind of focuses on a different player or a different soloist. Again, the drums sound fantastic. Beautiful tone on the sax. Dynamics, bringing things down, different emphasis on different instruments. So I'd like to just play this whole album all the way through, but due to some time constraints here, I'm going to bring it down. We're going to flip it over onto side 2. We're going to have a listen. Tracks on side 2 are as seen on the screen there. I'm playing around with the graphics, hopefully to give you guys a little bit of a better experience. Leave your comments. Let me know what you guys think of these new cameras, how everything sounds, how you're liking the videos. Going to drop it on side 2. We'll play a couple of tracks off of this side. All right, let's go over to the record cam. So I got a little bit of noise on this side. I have to clean it off again. But that is the challenge with vinyl, isn't it? The challenge with vinyl is getting good pressings, clean pressings, making sure that they're clean, having to clean them off. So there's a lot of people that come to this channel that also like me to review CDs, which I'm happy to do because I still collect CDs and not everything is available on vinyl. Now, for those of you that don't like colored vinyl, I get it. And again, sometimes colored vinyl seems to be noisier than black vinyl for some reason, unless you can see through it. Seems like the transparent colored vinyl seems to be better quality. So anyways, leave your comments on that. Let me know what you guys think. Musically, this is fantastic. You can hear a little bit of noise here on the record. I'll clean it off again. Hopefully I can get rid of some of that. So leave your comments. This is a beautiful tune here. This one is called May Have Forgotten Its Way. But you know what? I want to play this tune called Reset, which I really like. It's one of my favorite ones on the album. So what I'll do is, after this tune's over, I'm going to skip over the next song, and I'm going to play Reset. We'll close out with that. So, incredible album. It's a beautifully recorded record. I mean, it sounds fantastic. Try playing around with this thing. Right, just playing around still with this Logitech software with these cameras. You can do a lot of cool graphics with it, so I'm still learning how to use the system here. So let me know what you guys think. Inner sleeve. Beautiful bass sound. It was recorded. They did a really good job recording this, mixing and mastering. Again, the issue when you've got quiet passages like this is having quiet vinyl. So we'll give it a clean off and see if I can get rid of a little bit of that. But my recommendation to all the record companies out there is to get it pressed on good black vinyl, because most of the people that are jazz fans that are buying vinyl, they want the quietest pressing you can get, and a lot of times the colored vinyl, just when it gets to quiet passages, doesn't cut the mustard. So as you guys know, on this channel, I'm always tell you about my opinion on everything. So this is kind of more of a laid back tune, but again, I love the dynamics. I love the build up, the different instruments, a lot to listen to on this album, and definitely high repeated listenability, in my opinion. Beautiful guitar tone. This is Matthew Stevens. I really love his guitar tone. I definitely like having a couple of different camera angles with this. You know, if I want to drink or get up for a minute, I can put the camera on the other, on the turntable. I can put up graphics, things like that. I really like the way the system works. So I think it's definitely giving me some more flexibility and hopefully giving a little bit more for you guys to look at. Saxophone and bowl speakers, definitely a modern type mix. You don't hear extreme hard panning. You hear the piano to the right a little bit. The drums go across both speakers. Depending on what he's playing, you hear it more emphasized in one speaker or the other. Piano sounds really nice. Really nice warm sound. You have pretty nice depth to this. And again, they did a great job recording the drums. I always listen for the drums. The resonance off the drums. It sounds fantastic. Nice fat bass sound. Again, love the guitar. So I'm going to bring it down. I want to put the track. What do I want to put on? I want to put track 7 on, which will be the third one on the second side, called Reset. So let me see if I can hit the spot there. All right, so that was the end of the second tune. Missed that a little bit. All right, so here we go. This is one I really like, called Reset, which I think is a really cool tune. love his guitar tone. Piano sounds nice. The drum's incredible. For those of you overseas, you should be able to pick this up. These are made in the EU, so I actually got mine off Amazon. Wonderful playing. Nice. Really, I like her phrasing. She's very intense player, but also very beautiful. Really. Nice. Awesome. I appreciate you guys hanging out, listening to some new music with me. Wonderful album on the Edition Records label out of the UK. Wonderful composer and saxophone player here, Olga Amelchenko. And I'm really digging this album. I definitely recommend it. High repeated listenability on this album. And I think she's just did a great job on these compositions. They're very engaging. A lot of very beautiful compositions as well. So you have a nice, I think, mixture of music on here. And the recording sounds fantastic. The pressing has been okay. I've had a little bit of noise on some of the lower passages you heard on the other tune that was played. This sounds pretty good here. It's been overall a decent pressing. It's a flat pressing. And Again, overall, I would much rather have just a good black slab of vinyl. But go out and get it. I definitely recommend this. I appreciate you guys joining me and checking out another new jazz album. And share it with your friends if you like it. I've got a lot more reviews coming your way, and hopefully some more interviews as well, conversations that I'm trying to set up with different musicians. I've had a great year talking with all of these wonderful musicians. And hopefully there should be a lot more coming your way. So appreciate you guys hanging out on the channel, supporting the channel, leaving your thumbs up, sharing the videos, subscribing if you haven't done that. And this channel is a labor of love to share good music with you guys, and it's just to get the music out there. So happy listening, and we will see you on the next video. Take care.